This is Clean Coach Carly. I'm the staff nutritionist at Healthy Habits Living, and I have a little bit of a riddle for you. What do long haul COVID and heart disease and symptoms and seaweed all have to do with each other? Very interesting. Well, if you know anything about long haul COVID, you know that many people who had either acute, very serious infections of COVID or people who have experienced long haul COVID have a lot of heart related or vascular system symptoms and disorders. So, if you have long haul COVID or if you had a very serious infection, you could end up with myocarditis, cardiomyopathy, pulmonary embolisms, and you can get these sort of nebulous symptoms like shortness of breath, chest pain, racing heart, elevated pulse. And we don't exactly, I didn't exactly know why that was physiologically, but the medical research does, which is very exciting. The other thing to know is that people with long haul COVID experience the number one symptom, which is fatigue. So, how did that happen? How does the COVID virus cause fatigue or all of these heart related issues? And what does seaweed have to do with it? The answer lies in something that we all have on the inside of our blood vessels, and that is called the EGX. That's the abbreviation. The long name is endothelial glycocalyx. That's why I abbreviate it. And in the medical research, it's also abbreviated EGX. We all have the EGX on the interior of all of our veins and arteries. You can think of it kind of like a sponge. So a sponge lets some water in, but not all of it. It's semi-permeable. It has some holes, but not all wholly. So the EGX is designed and works when it's healthy to allow for some substances and molecules to exit the bloodstream and get into the rest of your body, and others to stay in. Also, the EGX job is to signal for the production of nitric oxide. Now, if you know anything about nitric oxide, it is imperative for heart and vascular health. It regulates your blood pressure. It regulates your blood flow. It allows for vasodilation, which means widening or relaxing of the blood vessels so that blood can freely move to take oxygen and nutrients to all the parts of your body. Well, when the EGX is damaged, these functions don't happen as well. And so you're not getting as much oxygen, rich blood to all the parts of your body. You're not getting as many nutrients. You're not getting proper circulation. And so you're not going to have as much energy. So the damage done to the EGX has been proven that it is done by COVID-19. It can be done by other things too, like diabetes, high blood sugar. But it's absolutely been proven in the medical research that people with these heart symptoms or long haul COVID have damage to the EGX. And it's been shown in vivo how that damage occurs via the COVID-19 virus. So we know now, I know now, maybe you already knew, that when we get the COVID-19 infection, that virus can damage the lining of the heart, the EGX. And when that lining is damaged, we are going to suffer all sorts of problems, including long haul COVID, fatigue, and heart issues. Okay, so now we know why I suffered with fatigue and heart symptoms for over 2 years from long haul COVID. Now we know how that works physiologically. What can we do about it? Well, of course, it'd be great if we don't get COVID. That would be great. But if we do get COVID, what can we do? What can we do to regenerate, or can we regenerate the EGX and restore it to its proper functioning? The answer is yes. So the medical research shows that there is a seaweed extract, and the actual nutrient is called rhamnin sulfate. So this is an extract taken from a rare seaweed out of New Zealand. What does this extract do? It does several things. It helps the EGX, so the cells in there, to regenerate, which allows for more production of nitric oxide, which seemingly can solve all of these heart-related symptoms, including fatigue. So this seaweed is patented, and they do have some ongoing studies and claims that it can also help with blood pressure and with plaque atherosclerosis. So if you want to do Google Scholar or PubMed to look at all the medical stuff, you want to look up rhamnin sulfate. And that extract is now sold as a supplement called Arterosil. So Arterosil is obviously recommended for anybody with any heart related anything, because it will help to regenerate that EGX, the endothelial lining, which will allow for more nitric oxide, which is necessary for all of these symptoms that we get in heart diseases, and of course causes fatigue. So I was really excited to learn about this extract, and also excited to learn about the research that's going on to find out what exactly physiologically is causing these heart-related issues in long haul COVID, and what is causing this general fatigue and malaise. Because unfortunately, it looks like COVID-19 is around for a while and will be. And so we need to find solutions for this new group of people who have this sort of nebulous condition called long haul COVID, and might also have those associated heart issues. So the product name is Arterosil. The ingredient is rhamnine sulfate. And here at Healthy Habits Living, we are always here to keep you updated with the most up-to-date research. And this is new research happening, within the last 3 years, because that's when COVID has been around. We are here to make sure that you have the high-quality answers and supplements for your symptoms and ways to improve your life. We are here to help you get healthy so you can stay healthy and be healthy.